We are wearing this 9 West bag for today and I just like to hang my alcohol here para mabilis lang siya pag kailangan ko. And random stuffs, yung mga kailangan ko. My phone, my purse, my handkerchief, my perfume, my favorite one, Pure Seduction. And my tripod. Here is my lippy, I guess. Yeah, yung lippy ko. And so that's it. We are ready to go. We're in the car. We are in a syndication. First day ko ngayon dito. Mag-duty na ako. Tigabantay ako ng bakery. So, ayan. Ang ginagawa ko lang ngayon is nagbabasa ko for our next outline. But, I love the room specifically because it's color green and it's new and it's neat. Malinis siya. And then, it's just that maingay yung paligid. I'll deal with this habang tumatagal. Pakita ko sa inyo yung view sa labas. Hindi ako maka-vlog. Ang lakas ng ulan. Grabe. Ayun, nag-start na ako kanina mag-vlog but then, or mag-film ng Bible study natin pero biglang lumakas yung ulan. Kaya, tuloy ko na lang siya mamaya or probably tomorrow pag okay na yung panahon kasi masyado siyang irritating yung noise or yung raindrops. Tapos, hindi ko dinala yung mic ko. Baka mas marinig niyo pa yung ulan kasi sa ano natin, Bible study natin. Kaya, let's just see if the weather is gonna be fine this afternoon then tuloy ang vlog. Sana hindi ako mahiya. Pero okay lang yan. I'll do it for the glory of God, you know, priorities. Sobrang bored na po ako dito. Wala po akong makausap. Walang internet. Nakakatawa. Wait lang. So, mayroon akong almost done na ba siya? Hindi pa siya almost done. Wait, this. I started coloring it a while ago. So, gusto ko siyang gawin na nag-focus ako. Because sometimes, on some pages, hindi ako nakafocus. Kasi nirarush ko siya. Iniisip ko na kailangan ko siyang tapusin within this time. Ganon. But, for this one, is hindi. Sabi ko, mag-focus lang ako and then, mindful ako dun sa ginagawa ko. Which is good. It's dark. And the time is 5:30. Ay, na-unlock siya. The time is 5:30. Pero madilim na siya kasi yung panahon, it's not that good. And I'm still waiting for them to come and fetch me here. Overtime po tayo ngayon at may pamiki si Boss. Boss Junior, salamat sa pamiki mo. So this is from Atchagan Mickey House. Feeling ko overload yung in-order nila kasi meron siyang 2 eggs, tapos may mga pa-toppings pa siya. May siomai, which I don't eat. Meron din tayong chicharon. Babe, there's siomai. Okay, so let's eat, guys! Wednesday, 7:20 p.m. I just got home. Ay, hindi pala. Kanina nakauwi na ako pero nag-ano pa kami, inventory, ganun. And hindi ako masyado nakapag-vlog today because meron akong internet. And ang ginawa ko is, yung mga orders, nag-print ako. And yun, inayos ko yung mga orders na tambak sa akin dahil sa 2 days or 1 day na wala akong internet. Syempre, natambakan na tayo doon. So, praise God. Kasi kanina, meron na tayong wifi, pero bukas wala na naman. Kaya, yun. Sinulit ko na, ginawa ko na, print ko na lahat ng pwedeng i-print doon. And thankfully, tapos naman sila and na-deliver na rin yung mga iba. Yan. Good morning! We arrived here kaninang 9 and the time is 9:22 and I am currently boiling water for my coffee and I'll be having this Good Day Caribbean nut. I'll just do my makeup and then yeah, my water is ready. So first layer, we have Coke, sakto egg mismo. Second layer, we have Royal and Sprite. We have C2 and Royal na mismo. Mismo ba yan? Or sakto? Sakto yata. And then, same din dito. Magkaparehas sila ng laman. Next, we have Yakult, Dutch Mill, Chucky, Milo, Moo, and another Moo, but the little ones. Okay, so and doon naman sa pinaka-freezer niya is yung ano lang natin doon, yung ice. So that's it for our ref. I finally found a place where I could do the Bible study with you guys. I tried filming at home. Pagod na ako sa duty dito. That's why sabi ko, let me try doing the Bible study here dito sa mismong pwesto namin. But the problem here is that there are tons of cars kasi nga highway to. So maraming dumadaan na mga cars. And also, the problem is, wala kang mahanap na private space or place where I could do this. So, palagay ako ng curtain. So, I am behind the curtain, literally behind the curtain, doing this Bible study vlog with you. We will be talking about Genesis chapter 13, verses 1 to 17. So, yun yung pag-uusapan natin. And let me read the passage to you guys. So Abram went up from Egypt to the Negev with his wife and everything he had, and Lot went with him. Abram had become very wealthy in livestock and in silver and gold. From the Negev he went from the place to place until he came to Bethel, to the place between Bethel and Ai, where his tent had been earlier and where he had first built an altar. There Abram called on the name of the Lord. Now Lot, who was moving about with Abram, also had flocks and herds and tents, but the land could not support them while they stayed together, for their possessions were so great that they were not able to stay together. And quarreling arose between Abram's herdsmen and the herdsmen of Lot. The Canaanites and Perizzites were also living in the land at that time. So Abram said to Lot, "Let's not have any quarreling between you and me, or between your herdsmen and mine, for we are brothers. Is not the whole land before you? Let's part company. If you go to the left, I'll go to the right. If you go to the right, I'll go to the left." Lot looked up and saw the whole plain of the Jordan was well watered, like the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt toward Zoar. This was before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. So Lot chose for himself the whole plain of the Jordan and set out toward the east. The two men parted company. Abram lived in the land of Canaan, while Lot lived among the cities of the plain and pitched his tents near Sodom. Now the men of Sodom were wicked and were sinning greatly against the Lord. So there we see that it is all about the story of Abram and his nephew, Lot. So ibig sabihin, uncle ni Lot si Abram. So we see here Abram with his wife and everything and everyone with them. They went from Egypt to Negev, and this is because of the calling of God. This is because of the Lord's command. So they simply obeyed, they went there. The problem arose when the herdsmen or the people of Lot argued with the people of Abram because of the supply that they have in the place. Parang hindi nagkakasya yung supply para sa kanila, so they have to fight against each other. So nag-aaway nila yung supplies dun sa place kasi syempre it's for their survival. And dahil si Abram ayaw niya ng gulo, what he did was he let his nephew Lot choose kung alin yung gusto niyang puntahan. Siya yung pipili ng land pag ni-stayan nila ng mga herdsmen niya. So sabi ni Abram sa kanya, you choose kung pupunta kayo sa west, pupunta kami sa east. Kung pupunta kayo sa south, punta kami sa north. So ganon yung sinabi sa kanya ni Abram para maiwasan yung rivalry or para maiwasan na yung gulo at hindi na siya lumaki between his people and between the people of Lot. And syempre, sa kanila na rin mismo, between Abram and Lot, kasi sila yung mga leaders or namumuno sa mga group ng herdsmen na yon. And because of that, Lot took the opportunity to choose the place which he thought was best for him and his herdsmen. He looked around and nakita niya yung isang place na abundant siya with water supply, abundant siya ng pwede nilang gamitin for their survival. So nakita niya dun yung wealth and yung abundance, kaya pinili niya yung piece of land na yon, which is near Sodom. And the worst thing here is that Sodom is a place where the people are too wicked. Sobrang wicked ng mga tao doon sa Sodom. So it's very dangerous. However, because of abundance, because of wealth, yun yung pinili ni Lot na place. So that is the summary of the text that we are going to deal with for Bible study. Now, ano naman yung mga biblical evidences that Abram sought God first and that Abram loved God above all? So ito yung mga evidences doon. First, sa verse 3, sinabi dito, the journey itself was an act of faith and obedience. So yun yung nabanggit ko na kanina. Next, number 2, the place where he chose to encamp was the place where the Lord had appeared to him before. So yung pinili ni Abram kung saan siya magbe-build ng camp is merong significance sa kanya and sa relationship niya with God. And yung significance nun is that it is the exact place or it is the same place kung saan nagpakita sa kanya ang Panginoon. So it's kind of sounds sentimental but significant naman siya. Next, number 3, the altar was built by Abram and this showed his devotion to God. So, ano yung equivalent ng altar sa present day natin? Yung equivalent ng altar na yun is yung quiet time natin. Kasi doon sa altar, doon nakikipag-meet si Abram sa Lord. Doon nakikipag-usap si Abram sa Panginoon. So tayo, kailan ba tayo nakikipag-usap? Wala namang altar, di ba? But during our quiet time, that is when we speak with the Lord. That is when we talk to Him. That is when we lay our problems, our concerns to Him. So that is the equivalent of altar, yung quiet time natin. So, if you don't have quiet time, what are you even doing with your life? Kaya I encourage you to do your quiet time, to have one-on-one communication with God. It will change your life forever. Next is, Abram called upon the name of the Lord. If we encounter rivalries, if we encounter problems, insufficiencies, kanino ba tayo unang sumasaklolo? Or kanino ba tayo unang humihingi ng tulong? Do we ask from the Marites or do we ask from our neighbors? But here we could see Abram, he asked God. We could see there the consistency of Abram. Siya nagsisik ng tulong, kanina siya nagsisik ng wisdom from God, from God, from God. So, consistency is key. Abram valued social harmony. Ibig sabihin nun, ayaw niya ng gulo, ayaw niya ng away, kaya kahit na nasa kanya yung right, humble siya, and dahil ayaw niya ng gulo, so binigay na lang niya yon kay Lot, na si Lot na lang yung pipili kung alin yung place na gusto nilang puntahan or pagstayan. So there we see how he values social harmony. Next, among his priorities, material possession counted last. Kasi if that was Abram's priority, kung yung priority niya is yung wealth, abundance, material possessions, dapat siya yung mismong pumili. Dapat sinabi niya na, okay, you should honor me and I should be the one choosing first. But he didn't do that kasi hindi naman niya priority ang material possession. And he believes that all his needs will be met because of God and from God. So, i-provide ni God lahat ng mga kailangan niya and ng mga herdsmen niya. So, God was his priority, ulitin ko, and not material possessions. Next is, he was generous. Of course, by the act na hinayaan niya si Lot na siya yung pumili, generous siya doon. Kasi it's just like, wait lang, may tao. Okay, so this is the curtain that I'm referring to dito ko nag-film. And yun yung setup natin. Yay! Wala na yung tao, so pagpatuloy natin yung ating Bible study. Nasaan na ba tayo na part? So, nandito tayo kanina sa Abram was so generous. So, feeling ko lang yung mga people whose priority is God, they tend to be so generous. Hindi naman sila yung sobrang meron, sobrang pinagpapala when it comes to material possessions or when it comes to wealth, pero sila yung generous. Sila yung sobrang mapagbigay. I can testify to that because my papa, ganun siya. Alam niyo, kahit walang matira, so he would give, he would provide for other people that sometimes we are even jealous kasi wala nang natitira for us. Pero siya, bigay pa rin siya ng bigay, ng bigay, ng bigay. So, nakarelate ako dito sa part ni Abram dun sa lolo ko or sa papa ko. So, sabi ko, it's true. People who trusts God that much and people whose priorities God are very generous. Feeling ko yung principle nila is kapag galing sa Panginoon, kailangan mo siyang i-share sa iba. Kasi hindi mo pag-aari yan. It is the Lord's and you have to share them with other people. Kind of. So, yun na pag-usapan na natin si Abram. Punta naman tayo kay Lot. Dahil alam na natin kung ano yung priority ni Abram, ano yung reasons, bakit ganun yung actions and thinking niya. Doon naman tayo kay Lot. Ano kaya yung priority ni Lot? Bakit ganun yung choices niya? Bakit ganun yung actions niya? You could see there that Lot's priority is wealth and abundance. Kasi nakita naman natin doon na grinab na niya yung binigay sa kanya ni Abram na opportunity to choose. And yung pinili niya, gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, is yung merong abundant supply of water. Hindi na niya tinignan kung ano yung mangyayari sa spiritual life niya. Mas pinahalagahan niya kung ano yung maibibigay ng choice niya sa kanyang physical needs. Kasi if we are going to base it on spiritual needs, hindi kailangan ni Lot na pumunta doon sa place na malapit sa Sodom, kung saan sa Sodom merong mga wicked people. Kasi he is flirting with temptation. Lumalapit siya ng lumalapit dun sa temptation, and Sodom is a big temptation na hindi kayang i-resist. Hindi niya kayang i-resist kasi he is physically and spiritually weak. Kaya tayo, what should we do? We should flee from temptation. Huwag nating ilapit yung sarili natin sa temptation kasi if we are spiritually and morally weak, hindi natin yan ma-resist. Talagang magigive in tayo sa temptation, and that is what happened with Lot. Makikita natin doon na it all rooted from his priorities, kaya ganun yung naging decisions and actions ni Lot. So, let's try to see what are the characteristics of people na ang priority is material possession or wealth. So, first is, there's no desire to seek God. Ibig sabihin, God gets crowded out. Like, dahil sa sobrang mga concerns or dahil sa sobrang mga desires, earthly desires, natatabunan si God. No social values. Kasi hindi mo naman priority si God, wala ka na ring respect to other people or you don't value social harmony that much. Gaya ni Lot, na alam naman niya na uncle niya si Abram, pero hindi siya nag-give way. Next is a loose lifestyle. Ibig sabihin parang pariwara or naging outrageous or yung parang wala lang, you just go with the flow kasi loose lifestyle nga siya. Kung saan meron, dun ka. Parang ganon. So, yun yung mga evidences or yung mga characteristics ng isang tao na hindi niya priority si God. And nakita natin yon sadly doon sa life ni Lot. Dun sa pinag-usapan natin or dun sa mga shinare ko kanina, makikita natin dun na ano nga ba, what does it take para masabi na God is our priority. So when we say God is our priority, hindi naman ibig sabihin na hindi ka nakakain, hindi ka na magtatrabaho kasi gusto mo puro quiet time ka na lang. Hindi ganon. When we say God is our priority, there should be an integration sa lahat ng bagay na ginagawa natin. Holistic siya. So bakit ka kumakain? For physical strength, para magawa mo yung mga bagay na mag-glorify si God. Bakit ka nag-work? Para magkaroon ka ng money or para magkaroon ka ng something na ma-share mo sa iba para matuwa and mag-glorify si God. So, it all goes back to the Father. It all goes back to the reason that you are living, that you live to glorify God. You live for His glorification. Yan, ini-integrate mo yung mga ginagawa mo with the sole purpose of glorifying God. Na hindi mo ginagawa yung isang bagay para sa sarili mo, hindi mo ginagawa yung isang bagay para sumikat ka, para maging mayaman ka, pero ginagawa mo yung isang bagay kasi gusto mong mag-glorify ang Panginoon. So that is a life whose priority is the Lord. Kasi ang Lord, ayaw naman niya na pabayaan mo yung sarili mo, ayaw niya na mamatay ka sa gutom. So, pinoprovide niya yon and binibigyan ka niya ng opportunity to work kasi gusto niyang i-meet lahat ng needs mo. Pero hindi niya i-cater, hindi niya i-shower sa'yo yung mga wants mo. So, tandaan mo kung anong meron ka ngayon kasi yan yung kailangan mo. Yan yung pinoprovide. Yung mga bagay na wala sa'yo dahil hindi mo naman yon kailangan. So, there is an assurance na as long as He is your priority, He will provide everything that you need. Everything that we do should be directed to the truth na ginagawa mo yun because you are living for God, because you love God, and therefore you have to love others as well. And you have to live for others as well. Ibig sabihin, magsaserve ka sa ibang tao kasi yun yung makapagpasaya sa Panginoon. So, siguro mapapatanong tayo, ako, ano kaya yung priority ko? Ano kaya yung reason na ginagawa ko yung mga bagay-bagay? Is He my priority? So, there's this way of testing what our priority is. Sabi mo na priority mo yung isang bagay kung ano ba yung pinaglalaanan mo ng free time mo. Kapag wala kang work, ano yung ginagawa mo? So, there was a time before na na-realize ko na I am moving apart from God because my priority was my business. Yung excited ako gumising. Paggising ko, nakakalimutan ko mag-quiet time kasi diretso ako agad sa paggawa ng mga orders. And then, one time, I realized that He's no longer my priority. So, sabi ko, self, that's not good. You should stop doing that. Go back to your maker. Go back to your first love. Go back to why are you doing that thing. You have to glorify God. So sabi ko, okay, cut. Naglaylo ako sa business ko. Feeling ko 2 weeks. Nag-stop ako noon. Wish I could be part of that world. Char. May customer kanina. Need kong syempre pumunta doon. Yan. So tuloy natin yung sinasabi ko kanina. Ano na ba yun? Okay, so magsasuggest ako ng mga activities na pwede nating gawin in order for us to live a holistic, integrated life. So, for the mind or for the brain, we can worship God through songs, through singing praises, hymns. Pwede rin tayong magbasa ng Christian books, especially our Bible. Pinaka-importante yan. We could attend fellowships, online man yan, or yung face-to-face na fellowship. Basta they will nourish your soul, they will let you close to God, lead you close to God. And pwede rin manood ka ng mga Christian movies. Magaganda yung Christian movies, guys. So yan, for the mind or for the brain. Next, we also have quality time. So you spend time with your family, you spend time with the kids, spend time or do things together. Basta, simply spend time with them. Kasi as you spend time and you bond with your family, your circle, Christian friends, you are also growing in loving others just as Jesus loved us. So, importante pa rin yun, yung relationship natin with other people. Next is service. So, dito sa service, we help other people to know God more. Or yung mga hindi pa nakakakilala, we introduce God to them. Pakilala natin ang Lord sa kanila. We encourage them, mag-witness tayo in actions and in words. Pwede rin yung bumisita, visitation sa mga sick, sa mga matagal lang hindi pumupunta sa church. And next, we also have self-care. Self-care doesn't mean self-love. Kasi yung self-love, that is very dangerous. But self-care, it is a part of living an integrated life. You are taking care of yourself, not because you love yourself above all, but you are taking care of yourself para magawa mo yung mga bagay-bagay that would glorify God. Kasi if you don't take care of yourself, di ko minum ng tubig, wala kang proper rest, wala kang basta mga ganon, di mo inaalagaan yung sarili mo, then how are you going to witness? How are you going to do these things that will glorify the Lord? So, kailangan meron kang self-care. So, ito yung mga pwede mong gawin. Exercise, proper diet, pwede kang mag-rest, and other recreation na gusto mong gawin. So, napakadaming mga magagandang activities. But, ang pinakamaganda doon is, dapat yung puso mo, aware ka. And dapat yung puso mo, dedicated siya, na ginagawa mo yung mga bagay-bagay na yun. Not for you or yourself, but for God. For the Father, for the Lord. So, I think we are done with this Bible study. Finally, napakatagal na panahon na ng Bible study na to na prepare ko. But thank God, it's finished. And siguro natagalan ako kasi ako mismo nagsistruggle ako sa priorities ko sometimes. And it's just kind of a very good reminder for me. And syempre, I shared it with my own experiences then, or some experiences that I have observed. And I hope may mga natututunan kayo sa Bible studies. Kasi for me, I love doing this kasi ako mismo natututo ako. Kaya gustong-gusto kong i-share sila sa inyo. So next time, mas marami pa tayo sanang Bible studies ang mapag-aralan, Bible studies ang mapagkwentuhan dito sa channel na to. And I am very happy kasi may mga nag-request na gusto nila ng Tagalog. Kasi dati nag-English ako, pure English sa isang vlog, and mas gusto daw nila yung from the heart and yung spontaneous lang na nagsasalita ako like this one. So